Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending our warmest welcome to our guest of honor, the Right Honourable Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintun Dato' Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. It is truly our honour to have your presence grace this significant milestone. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to now invite all to remain standing for our national anthem Negaraku, followed by the state anthem of Sarawak, Ibu Pertiwiku. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please kindly be seated. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good afternoon to the Right Honourable Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintun Dato' Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. The Honourable Dato' Ahmad Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, Deputy Premier, Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government of Sarawak. The Honourable Ministers and Deputy Ministers. Yang Berusaha Dr. Peter Tang Ing Bing, Managing Director of Borneo Medical Group. Yang Berusaha Dr. Thomas Lau Yun Guan, Chief Medical Services of Kemena Pasific Hospital. Yang Berbahagia Dato' Nyura Keti, President Bintulu. Distinguished guests, members of State Legislative Assembly, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Sarawak maju and makmur, and welcome to the official relaunching of Kemena Pasific Hospital. Now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today marks not just the relaunch of a hospital, but the beginning of a new chapter in healthcare excellence for the community of Bintulu and beyond. Now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to set tone for our celebration, we will now hear from the leaders who made this vision possible. First, may I invite Dr. Thomas Lau Yun Guan, Chief Medical Services of Kemena Pacific Hospital, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Dr. Thomas, please.
A very good afternoon to the Right Honourable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak, the Honourable Datuk Amar Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian, Deputy Premier, Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government of Sarawak, the Honourable Ministers and Deputy Ministers, Yang Berusaha Dr. Peter Tang Ing Bing, Managing Director of Borneo Medical Group, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Ngurat Keti, Resident Bintulu, distinguished guests, members of State Legislative Assembly, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege today to welcome you as we celebrate the official relaunching of Kemena Pasific Hospital. As both Chief of Medical Service of this facility and a pediatrician, I stand before you not just as an administrator, but also as a caregiver who see our community well-being as our highest calling. In the spirit of Hippocratic Oath, I am always being reminded that being a healthcare provider is not only to heal, but to do no harm, to serve with integrity, and to treat every patient with compassion and dignity. This value will continue to guide us in every decision, every treatment, and every life that we touch. Our rebranding signifies far more than a name change. It represents our promise to deliver exceptional healthcare at a more competitive price, ensuring good quality medical service become increasingly available and accessible in Bintulu. Because we believe in high quality medical care, it should be a right for every family. A lot of people ask, why the name Kemena Pasific? The answer is simple, yet deeply meaningful. As we all know, the Kemena River plays an important role in the history and development of Bintulu. It gives us life, connection, and sustenance. Just like how the river nourishes the land, we as healthcare providers are called to sustain and care for the lives entrusted to us. The word Pacific means peace and calm. We hope that every patient who walks through the door will not only find treatment, but also reassurance, compassion, and dignity. So together, Kemena Pasific is more than a name. It is our identity. It is our mission to cure when possible, to treat often, and to comfort always. As a multidisciplinary hospital, Kemena Pasific Hospital offers a wide range of specialties, including internal medicine, pediatrics, general surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, orthopedics, ENT, radiology, anesthetics, dental, and occupational health. Our services are further enriched by visiting consultants in nephrology, dermatology, ophthalmology, psychiatry, and urology. And all these are complemented by our allied health services such as pharmacy, physiotherapy, clinical psychology, speech therapy, and dietetics. So when we work together as a team, we provide a holistic approach to healthcare. I'm proud to share with you all, currently, every consultant at Kemena Pasific Hospital is either a Sarawakian or married to a Sarawakian. These beautiful coincidences allow our team to bring local touch and understanding at every patient interaction and encounter, ensuring your care comes from professionals who truly call this land home. We share in the same language of our people, whether in Bahasa Sarawak, Bahasa Iban, Bahasa Malaysia, Mandarin or English, so that every patient can be heard, understood, and comforted in the language closest to their heart. With this same spirit of connection, we are also committed to support Bintulu's industrial ecosystem. As a growing, booming, and thriving industrial town with oil and gas, silicon, aluminium, ferroalloy, palm oil, energy supply industries, and so on, we provide corporate healthcare partnership to keep workforce healthy and productive. We also aspire to provide family-centered care to ensure employee well-being, both at home or at work. Apart from that, we also provide a 24-hour emergency care catering to the needs of both industry and community. Today marks an important milestone for our hospital. We are actively expanding our specialties and services to meet the evolving needs of our community. Investing in new technology, ensuring that we deliver safer and more effective care to our patients, developing local medical manpower so that Sarawak can continue to improve and lead in healthcare excellence. Our vision is clear: to make Kemena Pasific Hospital synonymous with trusted, innovative healthcare, a place where patients find not only treatment, but also compassion, comfort, and confidence in their journey to healing. To Yang Amat Berhormat Premier, your presence today honors and strengthens our mission. To our dedicated staff, it is your expertise, your professionalism, commitment, and compassion that turn our vision into reality. And to the people of Bintulu, your trust is our greatest driving force. Before I end my speech, I would like to take a special moment to honor the people who make Kemena Pasific Hospital what it is today. Closely working together, we have Madam Ann Lau. Madam Ann, she is the Chief Administrator of Rejang Healthcare Services. Mr. Hazlim Sham, he is the Chief Executive Officer of our Kemena Pasific Hospital. And our dedicated consultants, and all the head of department of this hospital who lead with professionalism and compassion. They are the backbone of this hospital. Let's give them another warm round of applause. So together, we will transform Kemena Pasific Hospital into a place of healing for our community, where every person experiences the true meaning of compassion meets excellence. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Dr. Thomas with that deliverance early on, and also to the rest of the team. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Peter Tang Ing Bing, Managing Director of Borneo Medical Group, to share his opening speech. With that, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Peter, please.
Right Honorable Dato Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari, Bin Tun Dato Abang Haji Open Premier of Sarawak, the Honorable Dato Ahmad Professor Dr. Sing Kui Hian, Deputy Premier, Minister of Public Health and Housing and Local Government of Sarawak, the Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers, Yang Berhormat Dato Ngarat Keti, President Bintulu, members of State Legislative Assembly, distinguished guests, members of the media, my fellow colleagues at Kemena Pacific Hospital, ladies and gentlemen, A very good afternoon to all of you, and a very big welcome to our hospital. Well, this is a true story. 17 years ago, Mr. Robert Lau, he wasn't a senator at that time, offered us to take over an approved new medical center in Bintulu. He wasn't that encouraging at that time. He said, if you don't take on the project, he will modify the commercial project in Medan Jaya area by building more child lot. And he also told us, established medical centers group like Pandai, KBJ, and other groups are not interested in his project. We are the last he approached. So we felt very bad this way. We were actually surprised by his statement that we were the last he approached. By then it was 2008. Bintulu was already a booming town, okay, with very active oil and gas activities. There were Petronas LNG plants, Asian fertilizer plants, Wilmar's Bintulu Edible Oil, and many multinational companies. And we knew because we were around, we were here. So we knew Bintulu is surging ahead. So it doesn't take a long time for us to agree. We will proceed and we will take on the challenge and we will proceed with the medical center. And that was in 2012 when Bintulu Medical Center, which is below, okay, Kemena is up here, and Colombia actually came out 1 year ahead of us. So we actually took on the challenge of building the Bintulu Medical Center. All right, during the height of COVID in this was actually in 2012. So we started in the Medan area. So we brought in the first MRI in Bintulu, right? And we also brought in the first cardiac CT scan and digitalization of the radiology department. We were all aiming at improving better medical healthcare services here. I still remember during the height of the COVID period in 2020, we took a very active role in providing on-site PCR testing with results available within the same day. And we also got heavily involved in COVID vaccination. And there was another interesting story during the COVID. Fali, you all know, is the biggest supermarket in Bintulu. They were actually having a very tough time, a serious problem during COVID lockdown because their staff has been infected. We knew their problems, so we actually called them up. We told them that we can offer PCR tests for your staff at cost. We didn't earn a single cent. So we actually helped them by monitoring the COVID status of the staff and allowed the supermarket to function properly. The management was so happy with us after the COVID, they actually sent in 100 boxes of Maggi mee, boxes and boxes, and gave to all our staff. And every staff took home a big box of Maggi mee. They did that not only once, but twice in the appreciation that we helped them through the COVID time. We didn't earn a single cent from them, by the way. Okay, right. So we volunteer, we help out without making money because we know Bintulu and we care about Bintulu. So when Colombia Asia, which previously was called Colombia Pacific, Colombia Asia headquartered in KL called us up and offered us to take over the 2 hospitals in Sarawak. 9 months ago, we instantly say, yes, we will take it. Colombia Asia, Bintulu, and Colombia Asia Miri. We see it as a golden opportunity to expand, right, our services. And we also see an opportunity to prove ourselves to the community that we care, and we want to show them that we can deliver. Okay, upon taking over the Colombia Bintulu, we immediately set up to upgrade the facilities here. We spent immediately 1 million ringgit to upgrade the operating theater. We brought in a new OT table with the attachment, with the orthopedic attachment. We immediately brought in the high-end 4K laparoscopic system for keyhole surgeries. I think the orthopedic surgeon was there. Right. Then we spent another 1 million ringgit to bring in the new ultrasound machines, 2 new ultrasound machines, and Dr. Sheila is actually with this high-end machine. And we also spent the money on the new radiology digital PACS reporting system. We did that immediately to improve the healthcare over here. And we also allocated 15 million ringgit for the additional 15 bags, which is going to be done in the future, soon, very soon. Another 15 more bags at level 2 here. And we shall upgrade other facilities as well. Okay, we're launching today, not because we want to show off, but because like Dr. Thomas has said, our relaunching here, not just to change our name, but it also should share our effort. As Dr. Lau has explained, the Kemena River and the Pacific are the main reason why we chose the name Kemena Pasific Hospital. Kemena Pacific Hospital is now officially one of our 6 medical centers we operate in Sarawak. That's the Borneo Hospital Group. This includes Borneo Medical Center in Kuching, Raja Medical Center in Cebu, Bintulu Medical Center, Borneo Medical Center in Miri, as well as Celesta Pacific Hospital in Miri. Over the years, I'm very proud to say that our group of hospitals in Sarawak have attracted and enjoyed a lot of public support, local support, and we are now expanding our facilities and services in all 4 areas, all 4 major cities in Sarawak. 4 years ago, Sarawak government approved Kuching Borneo Medical Center extension for another 250 beds. Together with the old medical center, it will be 330 beds, which will make Borneo Medical Center in Kuching the biggest private hospital upon completion. The new building commenced 2 years ago and is now reaching level 8 of the 12-story building. This is estimated to be completed by mid-2027 with a cost of 300 million. The extension of the project is actually funded together by Maybank and our own reserve. Is Maybank here? Thanks for coming. Okay, 3 years ago, Sarawak government also approved our new Raja Medical Center project in Cebu. And the work has commenced 1.5 years ago, and its estimated date of completion will be somewhere in 2028 at a cost of 250 million. The project is funded by OCBC, together with Alliance Bank, and of course, with our own hard-earned money as well. The money from our clients, from our patients. It's just a return to them and by building a better medical center. Sarawak government had just approved our Miri Borneo Medical Center project last month. We just received a letter from your department. Sarawak government approved our Borneo Medical Extension last month, and in fact, our YB Premier did the opening in Miri 2019, 5 years ago, and we were already running at full capacity, and we have to expand. So we shall add another 100 beds by the new extension, and as we promised Premier, we are going to build the first private large-scale nursing home with the extension. The estimated cost is going to be 200 million. Maybank has in principle agreed to participate, and we expect the project to be ready in 2030. During the acquisition of 2 Colombian hospitals, we also invested 100 million. We are grateful that after 9 months of taking over, our accounts is actually healthy. Both medical centers has actually performed better than we expected. So we are not worried about the money, at least for the moment, right? Now back to Bintulu. We ourselves have witnessed Bintulu growth over the years, both in population and the industrial output. We have seen the rise of Sama Laju. We've been there. We have seen thousands of workers just in one factory, one company. We are a multinational company with professionals from all over the world. We all need healthcare. By that I mean quality healthcare. And looking at long term, I believe Bintulu in the near future will need more than just Bintulu Medical Center and Kemena Pasific Hospital. I think Bintulu in long term will need a tertiary hospital. We should have a medical center in Bintulu that can provide interventional cardiology, neurosurgery, neurology, oncology day care services, burn unit, advanced ICU care, robotic surgery center. And I hope Sarawak government can reconsider our application for the new proposed Bintulu Medical Center that we have forwarded to the department. The medical center, which we believe will embrace all these specialties. And the new medical center, which we estimate will be around 250 million, with 200 beds, and we will put in the latest equipment for tertiary services, as I mentioned before. We've been around for the last 20 years. 20 years have not always been easy or alone. We do have our ups and downs. But after 20 years of private healthcare to Sarawakians, we believe we have, number one, accumulated enough expertise to manage private hospital services. Number two, we have also convinced the bank that we can deliver, so it is safe to finance our project. Number three, and we believe we are committed and we can deliver if we are given the task and the chance to handle the private healthcare. We will push on, as always, and hopefully with more helping hand from Sarawak government as we plow on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Dr. Peter with that speech early on. Now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please kindly direct your attention to the screens in front of you for a special video montage, a journey of how Kemena Pasific Hospital came to life and the vision it strives towards. Now, let's roll VT.
At Kemena Pacific Hospital, every step forward begins with a promise of care, compassion, and excellence. We believe that every patient deserves more than just treatment. They deserve warmth, understanding, and the confidence of being in safe hands. With advanced technology and a dedicated team of professionals, we deliver healthcare that meets the highest standards. From precise diagnostics to modern operating theaters, every detail is designed with safety and accuracy in mind. Our in-house pharmacy ensures safe, accurate dispensing and clear counseling, supporting every patient's recovery with confidence. Quality care is not just about medicine, but also about guiding each person towards a healthier tomorrow. Led by highly trained specialists across multiple disciplines, from nephrology to pediatrics, from surgery to internal medicine, we bring world-class expertise right here at home, ensuring that every patient receives the best possible care. From the first cry of life, every beginning deserves the highest care, and at Kemena Pacific Hospital, we make every moment safe, comforting, and extraordinary. In times of urgency, every second counts. Our emergency room stands ready 24/7, equipped with state-of-the-art technology and led by experienced specialists, ensuring rapid response, critical care, and life-saving treatment when it matters most. Every meal at Kemena Pacific Hospital is prepared with care, crafted by professional dietitians and chefs. From nutritious recipes to warm, personal delivery, our food service ensures every patient not only heals with medicine, but also recovers with taste, comfort, and nourishment. Because true healing is about caring for the body and comforting the heart. Together, we are building the future of healthcare, modern, compassionate, and accessible for all. Through training, teamwork, and constant innovation, our staff stand ready to embrace tomorrow's challenges with confidence and heart. Kemena Pacific Hospital is more than just a place of healing. It is a place where trust is built, hope is renewed, and excellence is redefined every single day. Kemena Pacific Hospital, where compassion meets excellence. We continue to shape a healthier, brighter future for you, your family, and the generations to come.
Of our event. Now we are deeply honored to now invite our host to invite the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari, Bintun Datuk Abang Haji Openg to deliver his remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our guest of honor.
Terima kasih saudara pengacara majlis. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat tengah hari, salam sejahtera, salam Sarawak maju dan makmur, salam segulai sejalai. Yang berhormat Rara Datuk Amal Profesor Dr. Sim, Timbalan Premier dan juga Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government. In this respect, very important to have good public health. Yang berhormat Datuk Sri Tiong, Menteri Pelancongan di Budaya Malaysia. Yang berhormat Datuk Sri Dr. Rudy. Yang berhormat Timbalan Menteri yang berusaha Dr. Peter Tang Ing Beng, Managing Director Borneo Medical Group, yang berusaha Dr. Thomas Lau Yun Guan, Chief Medical Services Kemena Pasific Hospital, berbahagia residen Bintulu, para konsultan dan doktor kaki tangan Pacific Hospital, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian. Pertama, saya mengucap terima kasih kepada pihak pengurusan hospital ini kerana menjemput saya dan memberi saya penghormatan untuk meresmi nama baru Relaunching of this hospital. Saya mengucap tahniah kepada Borneo Medical Center kerana mengembangkan hospital bukan saja di Bintulu tetapi di Kuching, di Miri, di Sibu. I think you are going to be a main player in healthcare in Sarawak by our own Sarawak company. Saya difahamkan bahawa hospital ini pada mulanya adalah dinama Columbia Asia Hospital. It was launched in 2010 as a joint venture between Columbia Asia Group and ASA. And it was the first private hospital in Bintulu to serve people in Bintulu, particularly our investors who put their money to invest in Bintulu. And I was also informed that this hospital, with investment of 100 million, will provide various services where there is a team of 14 specialists and doctors covering field as orthopedic, general surgery, ENT surgery, obstetric and gynecology, pediatric, internal medicine, radiology, anesthesiology, dental surgery, occupational health medical checkup, emergency and acute medicine, and clinical psychology, supported by 137 staff. I wish to take this opportunity again to congratulate all these people, professionals, who are going to give first-class service to people who come over to this hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share with you the direction of healthcare as part of state government effort to modernize at the same time to give efficient medical services, either by the public hospital or the private hospital. Number one, we got a lot of diseases or penyakit that were not known before. For instance, the COVID-19, established something, a new sickness that need new solution. And oncology, cancer, is also very quite covered the whole area. And the expenses is quite high. When you have a patient sent to Kuala Lumpur, it is not really the patient, but the family will join. And our fare is very high. Only the cost of logistics already make a problem, become a problem to patient. Then of course you need specialists in oncology. Oncologists have to be around, and you have to travel through the South China Sea. Then you got the treatment in KL. So I asked Dr. Sim to negotiate with Kuala Lumpur, and I personally negotiated with the Prime Minister that if you don't have the budget to set up that hospital, that Sarawak pay first, and you pay us later. That is why the state government has set aside 1 billion ringgit for us to establish cancer center, the first in Borneo. It is quite expensive, but you know very well, the doctors know, you need the equipment. The equipment must be of the latest generation. And I went to Korea. I went to Samsung Biologics. Samsung is doing research on targeted solution with a special drug where they are able to treat cancer patient through new technology. And I think in cancer terminology, oncology, and cancer treatment, you have to depend on new technology. And these are things that we have to consider. We have to put in place for us to give the best treatment to our people, particularly those who are affected by cancer. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying here is the state government is serious, even to the extent of giving fund And that is why also we want the federal government to give us certain autonomy in healthcare. This has to be done by both the public sector as well as the private sector. Number two, I'm not a doctor, professional here, but I read with interest the development of regenerative medicine. It is opposite to the Western medicine. That's what they say. But I think medicine is medicine, as long as you can cure disease. But this particular regenerative medicine, some say you have to implant cell or, stem cell, but not necessary. So I think I read one article that as long as you got the compound matches with what you have in the body, you restore your cell that become tua lah. Because the moment when we are tua, the cell also tua inside the body. So what you need is you have to restore back the cell so that it can function. And according to that particular writing, that you can, find the compound somewhere else, and if it matches to artificial intelligence, because the artificial intelligence process will be able to identify the matching of the cell, that perhaps this cell can be restored. And the age, you can live longer. In Singapore today, last 2 years, the number of people above 100 years is 600. But last year, 1,500. Meaning people are getting longer and longer. Betul tidak tahu, saya pun tidak tahu lah. Dia kata negeri China is 120 registered. What happened is, this is the process of healthcare through a new mode of treatment. Again, this background, I have asked one medical center to do research on this regenerative medicine, because we have our resource in biodiversity, and you can do that research. And the medical professional and scientists, they can analyze whether we have those sort of a compound in our plant that can match with what is needed in regenerative medicine. And I was told this is something new, but the Sarawak government is exploring that idea to study the field of regenerative medicine and to do research on whatever we have. We are now spending 300 million. Our research center in Kuching for tropical diseases. The building, the lab is under construction now, and we are interfacing with the overseas lab research center, including Singapore, as well as London and Australia. And this will be a place, research center located in Samarahan, for us to do research on tropical diseases. There is a possibility of penyakit baru lah, but you can do research earlier, just like what happened to COVID-19. And this research center hopefully will be completed by the next 2028. And we have invested 300 million for this research center with the state-of-the-art in terms of equipment. Next to it is, of course, our proposed cancer center, and it is not far next to our present pusat jantung. All that within one area, and that's where the private hospital can interact with our public sector, especially our research center, for you to explore how you can be in tandem with that medical technology, advancement of the treatment, at the same time to give give good treatment to the people. But as far as the Sarawak government is concerned, though health is under federal, we are willing to spend for the sake of the people themselves and giving good healthcare services to our people. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to congratulate the doctors here, the Borneo Medical Center, for what you have done. We are proud because it's Sarawak brand. Sarawak brand and Sarawak specialists, so that these people, our specialists, will come over and serve Sarawak. I know we got problem at the moment. Our doctors tidak banyak, so we are giving special scholarship to those who pursue in medicine in our university. We have every year 20 every year, but then the last 2 years, apparently a lot of our students not eligible to do medicine. Maybe mathematics tidak bagus, biology tidak bagus, chemistry tidak bagus. That's why we are giving emphasis on STEM subject in order to get the right people who are eligible to do medicine, right up to postgrad, in order to provide good services, medical services to our people. Besides the free education that we are going to give to Sarawakian, must have care, I see lah, baru dapat. Kalau tidak ada care, tidak dapat. They mean only for Sarawakian in our own universities. With that, once again, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Now we would like to invite our guest of honor, the Right Honourable, to remain on stage. As now we would like to invite Dr. Peter, Dr. Thomas, Senator Robert Lau Hui Yu, Executive Director of Borneo Medical Group, Mr. Haslim Sham bin Ibrahim, CEO of Kemena Pacific Hospital, Madam In Lau Yen Yen, Chief Administrator of Rejang Healthcare Services, Madam Sandra Agong, Chief Nursing Services, to join our guest of honor up on stage for our launching ceremony. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have been waiting for, the symbolic relaunching of our Kemena Pacific Hospital. Now we would like to invite some of our distinguished guests to join our guest of honor up in the front. Now we would like to have our host to pass the stethoscope to our guest of honor, and we would like to have Dr. Patinggi to put on the stethoscope, and on count of 3, have a listen at our patient's heart, which will symbolize our launching. On count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Trigger a video montage of launching of Kemena Pacific Hospital. Indeed, as mentioned, this historical moment marks the new beginning of healthcare era to serve our community at their best ability. Now, to our guest of honor, we would like to invite the Patinggi to kindly step forward to sign the commemorative plaque. This moment seals today's achievement. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our public round of applause Congratulations, and also say thank you so much to our guests of honor. Now we would like to invite our guests of honor and also distinguished guests to take the center stage once again. And now we would like to present a token of appreciation to our guests of honor. With that, we would like to invite Senator Robert to do the honors. To our esteemed leaders, we are honored to present you this blood pressure monitoring set. It is symbol to our heartfelt wishes to your continued good health, so that you may guide Sarawak to even greater heights of success. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause and say thank you so much to our guests of honor. With that, now we would like to invite our guests of honor and also distinguished guests to kindly be seated for the next agenda. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate it today, now we would like to invite all our official photographers and videographers to kindly take center stage, as we would like to have a big group photo with our guests of honor and also the rest of our attendees joining us here today. So we would like to invite all of our official photographers, videographers, and also media partners to have this photo. To our guests of honor, distinguished guests, and also to all our attendees, just remain seated. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, how about one more big round of applause to once again congratulate our relaunching of Kemena Pacific Hospital. With that, we would like to now invite our host to invite our guests of honor to proceed for our press conference, which will take place right behind this backdrop. We would like to have our guests of honor and also distinguished guests to proceed to the next agenda. Thank you.